Imagine after Rockstar announcing the next GTA game, they just never release it. And then they never formally cancel it and just keep people waiting. I mean, imagine just another 10 years of GTA Online updates. They have done it before, and let's talk about it. We are going to do a retrospective of Agent in 2023 and talk about everything we know about it. I've done a lot of research for this video, and I've left the links in the description if you want to check them out yourself. This game was announced, promoted, and never released by Rockstar. We got some cool screenshots and concept art to look at as well. We're going to go through the whole story. You'll see all the different screenshots and concept art as we discuss throughout the video. Stick around because it's a crazy one. Let's go back to 2009. The same year Farmville launched and Michael Jackson died. By 2009, Rockstar was really well known as the developer of the Grand Theft Auto series, Bully, the Midnight Club series, and more. They really were setting the standard for open world games. Here is the then CEO of Sony America, Jack Tretton, announcing Agent at E3 in 2009.
Today, we'd like to announce a new property coming from Rockstar North. It's called Agent.
It's so weird to see a Rockstar game announcement. It's like ancient history. So what was Agent supposed to be about?
Agent will take a player across the globe amidst the shadowy world of espionage and assassins in the darkest hours of the late 1970s.
Okay, it actually sounds friggin' awesome. Shame about the time wasted and the millions of dollars likely spent on it. What was supposed to be a genre-defining game that never materialized. There was so much hype surrounding this. The then CEO of Take-Two said there's going to be nothing like this. It's going to be very, very cool, going to push the edge, be genre-defining, all this stuff, something we have not seen before. This 2009 tease is produced by Rockstar North. We're going to talk about its dark origin story. The story of Agent starts like a lot of Rockstar stories starts, with them using Take-Two's money to buy a studio. Let's rewind to November of 2002. Angel Studios previously worked with Rockstar on the Smuggler's Run and Midnight Club series. Rockstar.Games bought Angel Studios, the 250 employees, and all of its technology for a ridiculous amount of money, and the studio was rebranded from Angel Studios to Rockstar San Diego. Also, their current development projects came with them, like the early version of Red Dead Revolver, which was a whole lot different than what we actually got. And they brought the Rage engine with them, which is still being used by Rockstar. Prior to the purchase from Rockstar, Angel Studios seemed like a pretty chill place. You know, the boss would hand out tequila shots on Friday, they get lots of vacation time, and then the purchase happened, and the culture changed very quickly. The workplace became pretty rough with lots of mandatory overtime.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow.
Agent was supposed to be the project for Rockstar San Diego to prove that they were actually a Rockstar studio. The team was given a very short amount of time to put together a prototype demo. Basically, everyone was expected to stay and work as long as possible, a former artist said. The idea was no matter what, you did not go home until it was time to sleep. Now, there's nothing wrong with working hard when it's your choice and you're compensated appropriately. Neither of these things were the case. So the team got to work on Agent. It was meant to be an open-world spy game, kind of like the British crime drama The Professionals. The Hauser brothers loved that, as well as James Bond films. There was going to be like a bunch of weapons and gadgets, and in a briefcase, it would double up as a rideable go-kart and like a camera and drone that the player could throw and use to take pictures. You'd have like an open-world Washington, D.C. as your hub, and you travel to a whole bunch of other locations, including Cairo, Egypt, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Rockstar San Diego was tasked to make a prototype, and they made a really great prototype. The demo had like a level where the player was chased by a helicopter, buildings exploded, rocket launchers blew doors off the structure, and hang gliders landing on top of the White House. Sounds pretty crazy. This impressed the Hausers so much that they gave the studio the green light to go into full production. There was development hell full of crunch and a trip to Cairo that went really bad. When I say bad, some Rockstar developers almost ended up in an Egyptian jail. Egypt did not like them taking pictures at all, and they got some guns in their ribs and got threatened pretty bad. And if any of the 12,000 pictures they had anything illegal in them, they could face some serious jail time. And then crazy crunch happened. The team completed basically the core of DC, the open world 1970s time period DC, as a main hub area with the player. That was about all they had totally completed. And there were struggles between Rockstar and the newly minted Rockstar San Diego. Change in direction, and the Hausers didn't know what they wanted. During the early 2000s as well, Angel Studios was also developing Red Dead Revolver. The rough working conditions came to a head in roughly spring of 2004, when a number of employees had enough. And the game's producer, Luis G. Galati, left Rockstar to start a new studio with THQ. He also took 11 of the leads that were working on Agent. as people were frustrated with the working conditions. When Red Dead Revolver launched on May 2004, some of the leads from that moved over to Agent. A number of them said that Agent wasn't nearly as far along as they suspected. 2004 to 2005 was spent refining the engine for an open world game. And then in 2005, Rockstar San Diego was told to stop working on Agent and they're going to make a western called Red Dead Redemption, the sequel to Red Dead Revolver. We know it didn't end up being a direct sequel, but it was intended to be originally. So Rockstar San Diego took that technology and started working on Red Dead Redemption for the next 5 years. But that was in 2005. The announcement from Sony came out in 2009, and even previously to that, in 2007, there was a tease from Rockstar about a new franchise. So what happened to Agent from 2005 until the announcement that it was coming in 2009? Well, if we go back to the E3 announcement in 2009, it was revealed that Agent was in development at Rockstar North. One developer says that Rockstar North took San Diego's assets but worked on the game with a different engine. He recalls seeing a demo from Rockstar North around the time of the transition between Agent and Red Dead Redemption. He says that greatly overshadowed what San Diego had worked on. I guess it had like a car that could turn into a submarine? So we get this big hype in 2009, and then there's no mentions except that it's still in development in 2010 and 2011. Since the announcement of Agent, 5 huge Rockstar games were released before it. Red Dead Redemption, LA Noire, Max Payne 3, GTA 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2. What likely happened is the development of GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 likely overshadowed Agent. A number of developers have confirmed that missions and assets made their way into GTA 5. The trademark for the game was renewed in 2013 and 2017, and then abandoned in November of 2018. And finally, in October of 2021, Rockstar removed Agent from their website. No formal announcement or anything, they just quietly removed it. It's completely wild to me that a AAA game developer can announce such a high-profile game, not release it, and not even say anything about it. This is just one of many examples of the lack of respect Rockstar has shown for the studios that they acquired in the 2000s. They would buy up studios of really talented developers with really great technology and then treat them horribly, including 12-hour workdays and 6-day work weeks with lower than average salary increases. And after the development of Red Dead Redemption 2, it became worse for Rockstar, with reports of excessive crunch and unpaid long hours. Although Rockstar has made big efforts to make changes over the last few years, it doesn't take away the damage that they did to smaller studios in the 2000s. Would Agent have been an interesting game for you? Let me know in the comments below. We know the versions of Agent made by Rockstar North and Rockstar San Diego will never see the light of day. We know at least a couple playable demos existed and probably still exist today. We can only hope that after Grand Theft Auto 6 releases that Rockstar diversifies their game portfolio a little more. It would be amazing if Rockstar released this in some form or even used the concept. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure to drop it a like. And if you're new to the channel and dig the content, make sure to subscribe. We do gaming news, glitches, reviews, a whole lot more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream.